What is up, everybody? I'm your legendary commander here, and today we're here to talk about the pachy in 2018. What is it today compared to what it was back in the day? As always, we're not going to go too much over what it was back in the day as what it is now, but I do know at one time it sounded like a goat, and then another time it sounded like something else. They never really could get this guy down. It stomped around really heavy at one time, and then finally they've gotten it to whatever it is today. The first thing to note about the pachy is its base health is actually really low, but for its size, it definitely makes sense. It goes around 165 for its base health. As it gets a little stronger, you start seeing those numbers go a little bit over 1,000, maybe 1,200. Really depends on the pachy. A really good pachy might luckily hit about 1,500 health, depending on what that level cap is. Mobility-wise, the pachy isn't too bad. For its size, you're going to find that the pachy actually can do you some benefits here, as it has a very relatively good pace when it walks, but then when it goes ahead and goes into its ram sprint, it can actually run pretty quickly. Unfortunately, that ram sprint does not allow you to turn. While the ram might be cool and all, it's very hard to aim because of that, and even then, small dinos are actually almost impossible to hit. As you can see, I couldn't even hit this dodo. Essentially, you have to lead all your targets, and that means if you're trying to go from a distance, you have to lead pretty far and hope you guess right. When you do hit with a ram attack, you get a real nice effect with it. You get a torpor effect, but unfortunately that torpor effect is based on your melee, which means you need a really good pachy to get a really good torpor effect, and unfortunately that torpor effect, at that kind of level, you might as well just tame a different dino. There is an aberrant variant which starts out with a little more melee than the regular pachy, but again, if you're already going over to aberration, you might as well have tamed a different dino. At level 1, their health doesn't pump very well, only having about 13,095 health, whereas when they get up to higher levels, their health is going to start to vary as the point distribution might be a little different, and they may be around 10, could even be as much as 15,000 health before even breeding. While relatively weak to other dinos, they may make a good internal base defense. Out in the field, easy to shoot, easy to put them down, but if you were to lock them in a small room, you can see they can run you down pretty easily, and then you have to start worrying about that torpor effect. Also, if you hadn't noticed already, that one shot actually hit the head of the dino, which heavily reduced that damage to just maybe about a 6, if not less damage. Now lock yourself in a hallway and imagine that torpor effect running ragged that easy. To be honest, it's almost easier to put them down with train darts first. Well, almost easier. If you do decide you want to tame a perfect 150 or whatever the perfect level is on your server, make sure you're using Dillo Kibble. That is the best dino kibble to beat it. Although you should just be using that on a perfect day. If you're absolutely determined to tame one though, it goes regular berries, then purple berries, vegetables, and then kibble, in that order from worst to best. Really, that's all I got for the pachy in 2018. The pachy really, while it has changed some with the armored head that it used to not have, really doesn't do too much, honestly, and is still just about as useless as when it first came out. Cool little dino to have, not much else. I can't really say much more about him, unfortunately. So guys, that is going to be it for this one. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, definitely hit that like button. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well if you haven't already subscribed to my channel for more 2018 videos of what our dinos are now. Make sure you don't forget to tell your friends. But like I said, that's going to be it for this one, guys. You all take care. And I'll catch you next time.